I'm Sean Soriano. I'm in the engineering pathway. I chose to redesign a walker for my senior capstone project because I saw that my grandma was having trouble walking and I wanted to help her out. I'm also interested in the medical and engineering field, so I wanted to do something that included both. I had to gather a bunch of materials from like Lowe's, Joann Fabrics, and I finally decided that I wanted to add a cushion to help the seat more be more comfortable for the user. I added brake lights so that the user will be notified or they will know when the brakes are being engaged. And I also added a light at the front of a basket. I added a basket underneath and I added that light so that when it's dark outside, the user will be able to see if they can trigger on the light with the on and off switch. Challenges I faced were probably making the seat cushion because I didn't really know how to sew. So I learned how to sew. It took a few days and I got the seat cushion sewed on to the chair part of the walker. And another challenge would probably be the circuitry. I forgot how to read resistors and I forgot how to figure out what resistor to use, so I looked up the equations and I looked up how to read resistors. I did research on all that, figured out what I needed to use for my circuits. I also had trouble finding out what was wrong with the wiring in my circuits when I was testing the final product because I found that wires were either misplaced and I didn't follow the schematic right when I was wiring it to the breadboard, or I just found that the wires weren't having a good connection, so I ended up using electrical tape and taping the board down and everything to make good connections, and I also soldered some wires together to make everything work, and it eventually worked in the end. This is what my final product looks like. I added a seat cushion to make it more comfortable for the user when they're sitting. I added brake lights over here, red LEDs, so that when the brakes are being engaged, the user will be notified. And I added a basket with a light in the front so that the user can put things in the basket and they can also use the light when it's dark outside or when they can't see. And you use the switch to turn it on and off. I made a push button sensor for the brake lights so that when the brakes are triggered, this LED will come on. So when I press on the brakes, the light turns on because it pushes the push button.